backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal.
Let's go right here. Coach is there. So I watch some football now.
Watson looking to
Throw away. Oh, they gonna call it down. They gonna call it intentional grounding.
Let's see.
Now he's in the pocket.
All right, guys, we 0-3. It's gonna be a bad season, but hey, look, you know what? You gotta live with it. Hope to be better.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the MVP of Super Bowl 47, Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens as they get set to match up with rookie Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape, victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
Looking at the perimeter, and that means taking a good long look at Antonio Brown. 100 or more catches for 5 straight seasons. Led the NFL with 1,533 yards despite missing 2 games in 2017. And what really makes him go? His ability to run all the routes and make great contested catches.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 130 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned now Bell hit. He lost the football.
What the hell happened there? He's on the ground.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? This is some cheating shit here. You know what? Don't look at this because they'll say that you looked at it, but
it's almost like
kidding me?
Guys at bat, people are on
I mean, this
base
ain't
in
even
scoring
fun.
position. One guy doesn't get him
Damn.
home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Damn. Oh, they ain't even gonna look at it. You know what? These cheating rats. I mean, he's on the ground. He is on the ground. He's on the ground. You know what? I mean.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. A look now at the lineup defensively.
That guy did not fall on his own. He got hit.
Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come on, let's go!
On play action, it's Dobbs rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead of...
Good try, J-Dub.
Brings up a fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. The man calling the shots in the huddle in his 11th season now, the MVP of Super Bowl 47, and that's Joe Flacco.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it here. This is back out.
Damn, he just ran you right over.
Tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
He just ran you right
yards
over.
on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt
right
like
over.
old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore.
Damn.
A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Man, Barnett, he just ran you slap over.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We'll take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a first down carry by Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. And some room to maneuver. And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 on the top.
Cheating rats. Look at them. They're just all dropping back into coverage. Where are you going to go? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 guys. Hey, guys. Listen. Get yourself a mobile quarterback. Get yourself a mobile quarterback. And, hey, look, you're going to have to help supplement your run game with the quarterback being mobile because, I mean, what are you going to do when they're dropping 8 guys back into coverage? 8.
Here we go.
A give to Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Dobbs over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the...
Man, I don't know why they do this. Damn. I mean, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, what are you going to do? It's, you know, they're playing the passing lanes all the time. I mean, you can't throw. You can't throw anything long. You better not.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The give
Damn,
is to
look at
Bell.
that. Of
And
course,
he's
no
stopped
blocking.
Immediately there.
No blocking. Yet again.
Suggs in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers.
No blocking
reading
yet
the play
again.
And flowing to make this.
I mean, look. I mean, what is this? That's a piss poor effort. He's got no chance. I mean, he's got no chance.
Stop before it turns into something big.
It's not on you, Le'Veon. These guys, man, they can't block.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Hey, Dobbs, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, this ain't what I want to do, but hell. I mean, the way that they play defense, hey, look, you got to do what you got to do. Let's watch this. So allegedly they're in man. So let's see. So this guy's dropping right there in the middle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's seven guys in playing the pass. You just got to do it. You got to be smart and take what they give you. If you try to force a throw, you're going to throw an interception.
Let's go. Brand 38.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs.
This guy. What the? You know what? Antonio Brown, you got to do better than that, homie.
Second down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him,
And, I mean,
a couple more downs to play with.
That's a piss poor effort, Antonio Brown. Damn. This is a piss poor effort.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he lost the
Damn it!
ball. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Not trying to slide. God darn it.
And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning,
Damn, I tried to slide.
Outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, the
Seattle.
defensive lineman will take
Seattle
the bait
4-0.
laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Seattle said, man, look, we doing our thing since we changed our locks.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Ball start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Hey, shit. Hey, look, I'm mad. I'm mad that I paid $60 for this shit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and
we
long.
will never even examine the games to try to see. We just jump right into it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
Why can't we go back to 18, dog?
Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's got
Come
it
on.
open. That's Allen. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before
Can we go to
the game
18?
even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to
Can we go to
be
18?
aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of
Can we go to
damage can he
18?
do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. On the first quarter of action. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flacco from the gun.
Of course. Oh,
incomplete.
wow.
The contact made the ball
Dropped it.
free.
Unbelievable.
Brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! 190! Ohio!
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
Good job, J-Dub.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the
How
defender
difficult
think he's
this
going
was, though.
upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll run it with
this shit.
Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Dobbs.
Oh, my
He couldn't hang on to it.
Bless
through the
America.
contact.
See? That's what I'm talking about. You're a 99, man. You're a 99. How do you drop this? You're a 99. Can you tell me how you drop this? You're a 99. Can you tell me how you, and you're on a linebacker.
This guy, in order for you to die at a ball, you gotta motherfucking plan.
Stupid, man.
Look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. I mean, just stupid.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Flacco. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Caught right side, Snead.
Damn.
Unable to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Airing one deep for Crabtree. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. they're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And now out come the Steelers. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Downs to throw. Washington with a catch, middle of the field.
Good job,
J-Dub! This down to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Dobbs to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That's what they give you. Got to
game
run sticks and outs, I guess.
Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
When I heard James Washington's name called at the draft by Pittsburgh, I thought, what a nice pick by them, and just saw an example of why with a nice catch there. In his college career, stock and trade, taking it over the top. Deep post routes, deep go routes, catching the football downfield. But he's built like a running back, so I think that he can catch the short ones and turn them into long gainers by running through some tackles.
Dobbs now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Come on, let's go! White 90!
From the red zone now.
Oh, God damn it! I knew it. You ran the wrong route! God damn it!
Tony Jefferson.
You know what?
Get this one back to the 20-yard
Le'Veon,
line.
what the fuck are you doing, man?
He had a little bit of the turnover
I knew it.
last week.
I knew
3
it.
interceptions. Not
I
an
knew it.
absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote.
Le'Veon, what are you doing? You're supposed
to go out there on sudden
you know
change
what?
and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Ugh.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
It's a terrible
You're going to
route.
take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Flacco to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now it's Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round!
On the counter, here's Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Dobbs. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. To throw is Dobbs. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Dobbs now on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go!
Here's Dobbs to throw.
You know what?
This is going to be incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage.
Oh,
So it looked
man.
like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's yeah. You're not going to complete anything down the middle. Just not going to do it.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now Flacco. The veteran
Hey, it's
Morgan
okay to pick
Burnett
that off,
there on the
Barnett.
coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front
It's
and
okay
the
to
back
pick-
end
to pick
pass
that
rush.
off.
They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he comes back with one complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Flacco.
Oh,
Falls incomplete
guys.
after
I mean,
almost being intercepted.
he thought he's.
A
I mean,
pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go! What?
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Todd Gurley, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 16-14 was the final score. And finally, Monday Night Football has a good one in Denver. Chiefs, Broncos in the AFC West on the first night of October. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I need to do some sit-ups for my new girlfriend.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their line to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It finds Crabtree for the completion.
Oh, good shit. Look at shit. He gone.
Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
You know what?
And almost
This is
picked
bullshit,
off.
man.
I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the
So
ball.
this guy
like we
comes and
saw
covers
there.
2
I know
guys.
the
How about
rhythm
that?
seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive.
We couldn't even catch Michael freaking
Crabtree. What it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that is incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Operating off play action, Flacco. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good job, Marty Jones.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Dobbs looking to throw on
Damn
first
it.
down.
I saw that. 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 I saw that.
It's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Of course, they threw 2 to right us, and we can't catch them. Didn't even make an effort to catch him.
Players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. Yeah. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. On 1st and goal, Collins. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Flacco from the gun. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Man.
Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
He didn't even attempt to tackle.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Never mind. Never mind. I won't even try to tackle him. Hey, man, you know what, man? I'm putting this shit in vacation mode. I ain't playing this
Tucker
shit.
now for the extra
I
point.
spent $60 on this shit. I ain't playing this shit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll go again with Bell. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Oh, wow.
Boy, he does it
2
at a high
yards
level,
after
doesn't he?
contact.
Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Look at that. Look what they dropped. Look how many they dropped. Look how many they dropped. All right. That's what they did.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And he's got some space here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Dobbs now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Room here to run. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Come on, let's go!
Dobbs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Dobbs now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. What done it? What done it?
Throwing here, Dobbs.
Oh, you know what I
And
saw.
for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's Bell, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Dobbs is throwing, escaping the play, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They go again with Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Collins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Bomb.
Punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it.
Lost.
2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw Dobbs. And an alley to run. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Here's Dobbs to throw. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tony Jefferson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now back to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Carl Davis in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Collins on the handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And again, it's Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey. Make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. About 3 yards there to the 27. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. They find some open field here. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Dobbs now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. For the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Dobbs. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Hut. Hut.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.